Namaskar, I am Precaution Astrologer presenting you Taurus Yearly Forecast for 2018. For the 2018 for Taurus, the yearly forecast for the whole year. This particular forecast which I've created for all of you is based on very thorough information. This particular forecast is quite important and may I say that quite unique itself. The reason why in this year I've done a very thorough work regarding the dynamics. This type of information or this kind of forecast is not going to give you wishy-washy kind of information. They're very thorough. These forecasts which are created for those people who are very enthusiastic about astrology, who practice astrology in their daily life. It might be boring for somebody else, but for those people who live and lead a life through Vedic science, this particular information is quite important. And especially the dynamics, it will give you nitty-gritty detail about next 365 days. How each and every planet are going to create an impact on you. Whether it's the Sun, or Mars, or Mercury, or Jupiter, or Venus, or Rahu, or Ketu, or Saturn. So those 8 planets transit is well defined here for each and every sign. So these kind of horoscopes or these kind of forecast is for those people who are who are quite enthusiastic in astrology world, who want to learn a lot, who want to practice a lot, who want to take the details or take the information and practice that information in the daily life. And if you are looking for quick fix sort of information or like a quick information, so these forecasts are not for that. These are very in-depth, detailed information about each and every forecast, whether it's this particular forecast for Taurus. But this particular forecast is based on your moon sign. So let's not go into the mistake. You're looking this forecast according to you because your sun sign is Taurus and you automatically assume it will apply to you. No. You have to find out your moon sign. If your moon sign is Taurus, which you can find it from your birth chart, moon sign is Taurus, and these forecasts are applicable only according to your moon sign. So if your moon sign is Taurus, so 2018 year, whole year, 2018 yearly forecast for Taurus. Let's talk about the first chapter, dynamics. Dynamics give you nitty-gritty detail of each and every planet for the whole year. And may I say, transit of each and every planet except the moon. Let's talk about the dynamics for Taurus for 2018. Transit of Mars in 6th house for Taurus. The details are here from 30th of November till 17th of January, 17th January 2018. Transit of Mars in Taurus 6th house, 30th of November 2017 till 17th of January 2018. Transit of Mars in 6th house of Taurus. During this particular period, Mars will move through your 6th house. This particular period will be good time. This particular period, you will see a rise in wealth, acquiring valuable items, assets, and unprecedented profit. And if you're dealing in it, if you're a self-employed, if you're a business person, if you're employed, you may expect this particular time offer you a promotion, honor at your workplace. Most of your Taurian, or if you're Taurus, would see the success in your undertaking. Whatever the undertaking you have taken it, this particular time, this particular period, when the Mars is transiting in your 6th house, the improvement in your overall financial situation, you will feel more secure, more comfortable, quite content and happy. You would also be able to live in the peace of mind and sense of fearlessness. This particular time you will be able to resolve your problems, win over your enemies. You may also expect a ceasefire of your previous quarrels. All the conflict will be resolved and done and dusted. Taurus, if you are caught up in any court case, you may expect a judgment that would favor you. Most of your enemies would withdraw and victory would be yours. Taurus, you are likely to command more respect and honor in the society. Some of the Taurian would also perform charitable deeds at this particular time. Health-wise, you will be fine. You will get rid of all your previous health issues. Now, the transit of Mercury in 7th house for Taurian, the date started since 10th of December, from 10th of December 2017 till January 6th, 2018. So Mars position, the Mercury's position in 7th house for Taurian. Mercury is transiting in 7th house, and the dates are from 10th of December 2017 till 6th January 2018. This particular period, Mercury will move through your 7th house. This particular period may bring in some sort of a, you have to be trying time for both of you, for you, especially mentally and physically. If you are involved in a relationship, this will be a trying time for both of you as a couple. This particular period also indicates some sort of a issues regarding health. You may have experience regarding pain and weakness in your body. Mentally, Taurus, you will be quite restless, anguished. You have to, and at the same time, if there are any misunderstanding with a family member, with your partner, you have to resolve it there and then. Try to avoid any kind of arguments, conflicts, communication gap between you and your partner. You have to take care of any kind of situation where you face humiliation or loss of respect for each other, or loss of reputation for yourself. Taurus, you could feel more hassled in this time period and hurdles in day-to-day life. Travel plan, if you already planned the travel, but the expected result might not be there. Transit of Sun in 8th house for Taurus. The dates are from 15th of December 2017 till 14th of January 2018. Transit of Sun in 8th house for Taurus. Sun journey through the 8th house could incur losses, bodily suffering. You have to be extra careful, Taurus, to avoid any unnecessary expenses, avoid making important decisions about finances without giving a long-term thought. Support from the community, family members, or even partner may seem absent completely. People doesn't want to bother with you. There could be a change in the work you do, possibly forcing you to let go out of your current position, or there could be a lot of traveling, which may turn out stressful. Taurus, consciously avoid getting involved in any kind of argument or conflict with people who don't like you, or anyone else, at completely inside the family, outside the family, or at the workplace. Creating a situation like that, it will be fruitless completely. You have to look after your health and well-being. Eyesight, lower abdomen, blood pressure, any issue with lower abdomen, blood and urine, you have to be extra careful. You may develop some sort of unnecessary fear, paranoia. Sometimes you can be paranoid. You can be quite insecure regarding loss of an honor. That kind of thoughts are there. Or meaningless anxiety. It will wandering around you. You can be extremely restless during this particular phase. Taurus, it is wise to avoid any kind of activity that involve any kind of risk with your life, or risk regarding your money or finance or work, or risk regarding your relationship. Try not to be over adventurous, or don't take any risks. A relative issue may come up unexpectedly, causing you more worries. You'll be quite concerned about that. Transit of Venus in 8th house. Transit of Venus in 8th house for Taurus. The dates from 20th December till 13th January. Taurus, during this particular time, the Venus is transiting in your 8th house. Venus will move through your 8th house. This signifies good time. During this particular time, you may expect a gain regarding comfort. Overcome all your previous miseries. You may consider acquiring land, property, or comforts as well. This particular time, if you're an eligible bachelor or single person, you may also expect to get a good match who could also bring in good fortune for you. During this particular period, Venus will move through your 1st house from your moon. This particular time, you may expect the company of pleasant people around you. Health-wise, is expected to remain good at this time. If you're a student, you would be more progressive. Your brilliance will be noticed, and you would command more respect and honor in your own circle. Professionally is a good time. Trade and business is expected to flourish with the help of well-wishers and friends. There's a possibility of meeting of a higher people, authority people who are more power, authority, and status, prestige, and honor. You have to be extra careful. Transit of Mercury in 8th house. The dates from 6th of January 2018 till 27th of Jan 2018. During this particular period, Mercury moved through your 8th house. This particular time, this mostly signifies wealth with success. This indicates success in all your undertaking project regarding work. During this particular time, Taurus, you may expect financial stability, gain in financial venture. Socially, you would see a rise in your status. People would respect you more, and your popularity would be rising. This particular period may also let you acquire a comfortable lifestyle. You are also likely to gain as happiness from your family members. You are likely to receive happiness with new people around you. Your children would also remain happy if you are already married and blessed with children. And this particular time will bring a contentment. This period see a more alert and clever of you. You would be able to use your intuition and intellect to make things right and make a right decision. Your enemies are likely to be defeated and will be mellowed down by your own aura. Moreover, you may also expect help from all sides. However, your health would require some attention, as you are susceptible to fall sick, especially issues regarding tension or depression or anything to do with heart or heartbeat or blood pressure. You have to take care of yourself. Take care of the food intake and keep your spirits high if you can, please, and make sure there should not be any gloominess. Don't exercise any kind of a gloominess or unnecessary fear. You have to be positive, active, creative. Transit of Venus in your 9th house for Taurus. The time period from 13th of January 2018 till 6th of February 2018. During this particular period, Venus for Taurus moved through your 9th house. This mostly signifies onset of a new wardrobe. Moreover, it is also donate bodily or material comfort and happiness. Financial gain and indulgence in precious jewelry is also indicated during this particular period. Buying a new watch or something. Businessman will find this period to be a smooth one with a satisfactory profits. Success in education, success in undertaking is also indicated during this particular time. Health would remain in a very fine shape. At home, Taurus, may I say that you'll get the cooperation and you will get the affection. Some auspicious deeds are likely to be performed at home. You may also decide on your own if you're a single person regarding your marriage or relationship if eligible. During this particular time, you're likely to get a match of your choice who would also bring a fortune for you. A socially conducive period could also be expected where you're likely to make new friends, new circle. You may also get a mentor to show you the spiritual path. Your interest in the artistic field would rising during this particular time. Your good qualities and virtuous deeds would be noticed and would bring in good reputation in the society. So this particular time, you could see your desire fulfilled and enemies defeated. If you get involved in any kind of a discussion, you're likely to be winning the same. You may even consider going on a long journey during this particular period. Transit of Sun in 9th house. Taurus, transit of Sun for you from 14th of January 2018 till 12th of February. Transit of Sun in 9th house. Transit of Sun in 9th house has some significant result in this particular period. This period could mean blame game, change of place, lack of mental peace. You have to be extra careful at your workplace. Avoid disappointing your employer. You may feel sometimes humiliated and chance at that some false charges would be imposed on you. Avoid any tricky situation during this particular time. Financially, this period could be taxing on you. You may also find it difficult to recover pending dues from others. We have to be extra careful to avoid any unnecessary expenses. Misunderstanding, disagreement may occur between you and your teacher or between you and your master. Opinion of family or friends may clash with you, leading to unnecessary fight or petty fights or discontentment. Health, Taurus, would require your attention as you may develop some physical or mental discomfort at this time. You may also feel some more tired, mentally stressed out. However, you may also consider doing some virtuous deeds as you're more likely to accomplish this particular time successfully. Travel would be on the cards and you will be traveling around. Transit of Mars in 7th house. Transit of Mars in 7th house for Taurus. The dates are from 17th of Jan 2018 till 7th of March 2018. Transit of Mars in 7th house from 17th of Jan 2018 till 7th of March 2018. Taurus, this particular period for you, the transit of Mars in 7th house, this particular period is trying time, mostly in the matter of health and relationship. Taurus, you may suffer from excess mental worry due to health issues or relationship issues. You and your spouse have issues with you. You have to be extra careful. You're likely to feel fatigued and susceptible to developing any discomfort or eye discomfort or stomach problems or issues with your chest. You may also have to take care of your spouse's health. And may I say that your behavior in the marriage relationship, you and your spouse are likely to develop a deep mental anxiety during this particular time. Exchange of hot words, out of control behavior can be possible. Most of you are likely to develop enmity with your own partner or with people. Avoid any misunderstanding that may crop up during this hypothetical differences between you and your spouse. You have to resolve it there and then. If not handled tactfully or properly, this may lead to big living conflict between you two. Make peace with your spouse and your nearest and dearest. You're likely to put yourself to anguish by your own kinship. Watch your behavior, watch your word of speech, Taurus. Watch your word of speech, please, as you are susceptible of using very foul language, out of control behavior, and being worthful toward your sibling and children. This is not the right way you behave. Your finances would need a tight watch as well. So make sure, try not to adopt any kind of a loose attitude. Taurus, some of you may lose some of your wealth due to unnecessary hassles or competition or indulgence. May I say that curtail your spending spree and ensure a steady incoming of good food and good lifestyle during this particular time, but you have to be extremely careful about your behavior. Transit of Mercury in 9th house. The dates are from 27th of January 2018 till 14th of February 2018. Taurus, during this particular period, the transit of Mercury in 9th house, this signifies suffering from health issues. This particular time or phase may bring an obstruction and interruption in your field of work. You have to take care of your respect and position at the workplace. Make sure your communication with people and colleagues are flawless. Make sure you don't have to regret any of your actions or choices done at this particular time. Watch out for the problems or probably hurdles before venturing into something very big or new. Mentally, Taurus, you may feel hassled, overburdened, unstable. During this, several reasons are there, but during this particular period, beware of your enemies as they could harm you more during this particular phase politically. Avoid any kind of arguments with your family, relatives. This may lead to unnecessary living conflict and argument. During this particular period, you're susceptible to become irritable, may try to find out the faults in matter related to religion, politics, common belief. This particular period may also demand more labor from you in order to accomplish your task or goals. However, a feeling of lack of interest may stop you from working hard. But sometimes your concentration is there, sometimes you are too much distracted. Avoid any undertaking, any long distance travel, please, as it is likely to be troublesome and may not give you the desired result. You have to take care of your food habit. Try to keep yourself in a positive frame of mind. This is very important. Transit of Venus in 10th house from 6th of February 2018 till 2nd of March 2018. Transit of Venus for Taurus in 10th house. Taurus, Venus transit in 10th house. During this particular period will bring mental anguish, agitation, restlessness. Physical health also suffering during this particular time. You may have to be extra careful with your finances. Try to avoid any kind of loans as you're likely to be under debt during this particular phase. Beware of any enemies. Avoid unnecessary useless discussion with people around you. It might lead to arguments or living conflict or unnecessary hassles. Be careful to avoid defamation and humiliation in the society. Be cautious while handling your relatives or female company as a silly misunderstanding may add on number of your enemies. Avoid all kind of arguments with your partner to maintain a healthy equilibrium in the marriage or relationship. You're likely to face trouble caused by higher authority of your chosen field or by the government. You may have to put in extra hard work to meet with successes in all your undertaking. Transit of Sun in 10th house, the house of profession. The transit of Sun in the house of profession. This particular time is a favorable period. Taurus, this particular time, the transit of Sun in 10th house, this donates gain, promotion, progress, success in all your undertaking. You may expect a promotion at the workplace, favor of your seniors, honors from the authorities. Even more opportunities could be expected during this particular time. This period also donate success in your undertaking and unfavorable culmination of any stuck-up detail deals. Socially, you may expect an even more respectable position. Your social circle will get widened, meaning more positive and gainful interaction, particularly with the opposite sex. Honor from your own circle of friends and acquaintances will be there. Taurus, you may even expect to be honored by the highest authority. People will appreciate you, recognize your ability. You could expect more gain from unexpected quarter this particular time. Your health will be at the best during this particular time. Overall, happiness would surrounded by you, no doubt about it. Transit of Mercury in 10th house, the house of profession. Taurus, the transit of Mercury in 10th house from 14th of February 2018 till 3rd of March 2018. During this particular period, Mercury will move through your 10th house. This particular time, Taurus, donate contentment, good times for you. You would be happy and successful in all your undertaking. Professionally, a very good period could be expected as well. You would be able to finish off the work given to you successfully on time. Happiness at home is also indicated during this particular time. You could also expect to meet someone interesting during these times. Some of you may also expect to spend some passionate time with someone very unique, especially if you're a single person. A companionship cannot be ruled out. Companionship will be there. Possibility of a gain from the person is also indicated during this particular time. Financially, this could be a good time for you. The success in your undertaking will be gainful for you, and you may expect other monetary gain as well. This particular period may also bring a rise in your status and prestige. You are likely to be honored and may command more respect in society. The status and prestige will be higher. Higher authorities will recognize you, appreciate you. You may become socially more active, get involved in social circle as well, lot more. Mentally, peace of mind and calmness is there. Your enemies are likely to be defeated this particular time with ease, and you would, may I say, exercise more calmness, more happiness, more humbleness, and you will be all balanced during this particular phase. Transit of Venus for Taurus in 11th house, and the date is from 2nd of March 2018 till 26th of March 2018. During this particular period, Venus will move through your 11th house. Taurus, this mostly signifies financial security, relief from debts. Taurus, you may also expect a solution to your other economic problem as well. This particular period also brings in success in your undertaking. Your popularity rising. Your reputation would also see an upward move during this particular period. You are likely to concentrate on acquisition of comfort, lifestyle, means of pleasure, good food, enjoyment, may I say dress code properly, jewelry, very expensive watch, or other exotic accessories. Taurus, you may consider owning a house or very brand new car, a very beautiful car. Socially, a very bright period could be predicted. You could also expect a rise in your status, prestige in the society, and cooperation of your friends. You may also expect a good time or companionship. Enjoy the intimate relationship or enjoy the romantic relationship. If married, you are likely to, may I say, this particular time is the finest time to achieve the bliss with your spouse, and this particular time showers you with happiness, harmony, and very good health. Transit of Mercury in 11th house from 3rd of March till 9th of May. Taurus, this particular time, transit of Mercury in the 11th house. During this particular time, Mercury will move through your 11th house. This indicates for Taurus achievement, monetary gain. Taurus, this period is likely to bring in financial gain for you. You may expect to receive higher monetary gain from different resources or multiple resources. Your personal undertaking, your business undertaking, investment are likely to bring a higher financial gain, more profit. If you are a professional or employed, you're likely to be more successful during this particular period. You're likely, may I say that, to be prosperous in the field of activity, especially during this time. Health-wise should be good. You're likely to be at peace with yourself. You may become more soft-spoken and very cordial in your behavior. At home, you expect a good time, harmony, health, happiness will be there. Your spouse and family life will be happy. And you may also expect to get some favorable news. You're likely to be surrounded by material comfort. Socially, this is a good phase as well. You would be able to command more respect in society. Pleasant company of companionship would also be surrounded by you. Your wit and pleasant nature would also make the people flock around you. This is the finest hours. Transit of Mars in 8th house, from 7th of March till 2nd of May 2018. During this particular period, Mars moved through your 8th house. This particular period donates physical danger to you. You have to be very careful about your driving. You have to be very careful about your behavior. You have to be extremely careful if you're involving yourself in a huge risk. No, the answer is no. This particular time demands a strict code of conduct and watchfulness on any and all the development related to your life, health, physically, mentally, financially. Please stay clear from any nonsense or any health issues and all kind of addictions to maintain a very harmonious health. Please, some of you are likely to develop a blood related problem, disorder like anything, issue with the blood and urine, lower abdomen issue, digestive system issue, or may I say the deficiency of something. Or you have to lead your life very thoroughly, very nicely, in a most nicest way. You must consult your doctor. Do not drive rash, no rash driving. No, don't take any risk, physical risk, any kind of physical risk, including the driving. This particular period also needs you to stay away from any kind of risk-taking activity. Try not to be over adventurous, please, and try not to join the foul people or the foul company, may I say the bad company. Avoid any undertaking, any task that might prove to be life-risking for you, life-risking for your finances and profession, life-risking for you and your family. No, finances would require a proper vigilance during this particular period. Most of you are likely to face some steep decline in your finances if not handled carefully. However, do not take any kind of financial risk. Don't involve yourself in any kind of gambling. If somebody will come and sell you a dream, that person is here to cheat you, ruin you, destroy you. Please avoid these kind of nonsense, please. However, avoid going for any kind of a loan or try to keep yourself debt free. Don't gamble. Don't invest money in gambling. At work, you may have to put an extra effort to see your success in your undertaking. Keep up your hope and work on it. But please keep your feet on the ground. Make sure your feet should be on the ground, not in the clouds. No. Hold on to your position and honor at work, as this low phase shall also pass. Most of you are likely to go on foreign trips and may even have to stay away from your family for a considerable time. If you are somebody who have a foul temper or over aggressive or out of control, so you got to, may I say that this particular time you must exercise in spirituality or go for pilgrimage. Please, this is a very important time. Transit of Sun in 11th house for Taurus. Transit of Sun for 11th house for Taurus. From date is from 14th of March 2018 till 14th April 2018. This transit of Sun in 11th house mostly means monetary gain, improved economic and social status. This is a suitable time for you to approach your boss, employer, offer any favor such as asking for promotion or rise. You will rise in your position at workplace and get unexpected benefit from your superior and authorities. You could also expect a profit in trade and attainment of wealth during this particular time, even gain from your friends. This is a very finest hours. This is a very finest time. Your social prestige would see a rise. You would gain more honor in your neighborhood. Taurus, health would remain fine during this particular time. Your sound health could also be a happy occasion for the family. This particular period also signifies the commencement of some spiritual constructive deed at your home, leading to even more happiness. Merrymaking, distribution and indulgence of good food and sweets at home could also be expected during this particular time. Overall, a comfortable period is donated for you and your family, leading to family peace during this particular period. This is the very finest hours, so be careful and enjoy this time. Transit of Venus in the 12th house. Transit of Venus for 12th house for Taurus. The dates from 26th of March till 19th April 2018. During this particular period, Venus will move through your 12th house from the moon. This indicates a mixed bag of positive and negative happening. On one hand, this period signifies financial gain. On the other hand, it also donates some unforeseen losses of wealth and clothing. This particular period also indicates unnecessary expenditure and wastage of money on a trip to a foreign country. This period would see you indulging in good attire, of which you may also lose some. This particular period, Taurus, you have to take extra care to avoid any kind of theft in your house, particularly during this particular time. However, at home, you would enjoy casual bliss. If unmarried, you may expect to save some exotic time, very pleasurable time with a companionship. Friends would be good to you and you would be cooperative and helpful toward you. Try to stay away from sharp weapon and doubtful people. If you are involved with business and if you have a extra care, then you got to be extra careful. Try to avoid any kind of losses. So make sure, take every step with lots of care and consideration. Transit of Sun in 12th house. Taurus, transit of Sun for 12th house. The dates start from 14th April 2018 till 15th May 2018. This particular period signifies monetary challenges. Taurus, you would have to take extra care while handling finances during this particular phase. If employed, you may find yourself having a bit of hard time with your employer. And your employer will tend to not appreciate your work. You may feel a threat of being given less responsibility or less pay. Do not get disheartened if your efforts and hard work do not give you the desired result at this time. If you are into trade, you may have to go through a few setbacks. Be careful in your dealings. This particular phase, this particular period may also take you through a rough weather socially. Avoid arguments with anybody, as living conflict with friends or quarrels and fights with friends and seniors could not be ruled out during this particular phase. You have to be careful. You may also have to go on long trips, which may not bring in the desired result. Avoid activities that involve physical risk and make safety your first priority. Take care of your health and that of your family during this particular time. You may develop fever, stomach problem and some discomfort in your eyes. Discontentment during this particular time may affect peace and harmony at home. So you have to be careful. Transit of Venus in the first house. Transit of Venus in the first house for Taurus. The time details are from 19th of April 2018 till 14th May 2018. Transit of Venus in first house for Taurus. During this particular time, this mostly signify material and sensual comfort for you. Taurus, you may expect a lot of happening on the personal front. If eligible, you are likely to find your perfect match during this particular time. Some of you may also expect the arrival of a new member or new people in your circle, on arriving of a new member in your circle. Socially, this is the good period to meet new people, mingling with new people and surrounding. Enjoy the company of companionship. You would be honored and your status is likely to be heightened in the society. You would also get a plenty of opportunity to enjoy and would also indulge in exotic dishes. This particular time let you acquire as companionship, exercise love and accessories to enrich your life. luxuries, lifestyle. You're likely to indulge in lifestyle, clothing, perfume, cosmetics, beautiful car, enjoying the luxury thoroughly. Financially, you would sail through smoothly during this particular period. Your economic condition would also improve during this particular time. If you're a student, it could prove to be a very good period for you to succeed in your field of learning. You may also expect the annihilation of your enemies during this particular time. Stay away from any influences that might create a negative outburst in you. You have to be careful. Transit of Mars in 9th house. Transit of Mars in 9th house. The dates start from 2nd of May 2018 till 6th of November 2018. During this particular period, Mars moves to your 9th house. This particular time, this particular period signifies mostly due to health issues or crisis or trauma. This particular period makes you suffer from minor to major health issues and some sort of a pain in the body. During this particular time, you're susceptible to dehydration, weakness in your body, or decay in your power. You may also suffer from muscle pain, wounds caused by some operation or weapon or some sort of a accident. Mentally, you may feel a bit worried and disappointed most of the time. Some of you may also have to go through foreign land, experience a temporary painful living. Finances would also need better care and guarding, as you're likely to lose some time during this particular time. Your professional life would require proper handling, more hard work. Some of you may also have to work in an uncomfortable work environment for a while. Work hard to maintain your position and respect at work or in your field of profession. Maintain peace and harmony at home and keep an eye for disguised foe with your nearest and dearest one. Some of you may also develop an urge to perform some activity that may not be acceptable in your religious beliefs, so you have to be careful. Transit of Mercury in 12th house. Transit of Mercury in 12th house for Taurus. The dates start from 9th of May 2018 till 27th of May. Taurus, during this particular period, transit of Mercury in 12th house. Mercury will move through your 12th house. This donate expenses for you. You may have to spend more time, more money than expected in order to achieve a comfortable life. Stay away from litigation, and this may also cause some loss of money. Moreover, you may also have to work extra hard to accomplish your task undertaken by you. Beware of any enemies and stay out their way. In order to avoid humiliation, hold on to your respect and try to keep your honor in the society. You could also be mentally disturbed due to several reasons. You're also susceptible to worries, restlessness during this particular time. You're also likely to be distressed and feel discontented during this particular phase. You're likely to lose interest in food and conjugal life. Taurus, a feeling of sickness or suffering may trouble you during this particular phase of time. You have to be extra careful. You have to be on guard. Transit of Venus for Taurus in 2nd house from 14th of May 2018 till 8th of June 2018. Taurus, this particular period, Venus moved through your 2nd house. This mostly donates financial gain for you. Moreover, this period also sees you having a great time with your spouse, with your family. If applicable, you can also expect a new member in the family. Financially, you would be comfortable and the prosperity of yourself expected to be on upward move. Personally, Taurus, you're likely to acquire a great attire and accessories including precious stone, expensive watch, jewelry, lifestyle, car, flow of income, assets. Your interest in art and music would also increase. You may also expect some favor from higher authorities or government. Health is expected to be fine. You may consider improving your present look as well. So this particular time is the finest. Transit of Sun in 1st house. Transit of Sun in 1st house for Taurus. The date is from 15th of May 2018 till 15th of June 2018. Sun's transit through your 1st house was a noticeable influence on your work as well as personal life. There could be a permanent or temporary change of place, difficulty at workplace, or ruffled time with your superior at work. rougher time with your colleagues at work or your employer. You need to be extra careful. Avoid getting a bad reputation at workplace, as you may feel more irritable, temperamental, tired, prone to have aggressive argument or aggressive disagreements. To complete the task on hand or to meet your set objective, you may take some more effort than usual. There's a heightened chance for going on long trips. You may not bring the desired result or may turn out to have been necessary in the first place. During this particular period, you could feel more tired than usual. Your health would also need extra attention, as you are susceptible to stomach problem, disturbed bowel movement or discomfort in the eyes or heart-related issues during this particular time. Avoid activities that are physically risky, as there is a tendency towards an accident or health issues. On the home front, you need to put an extra attention or avoid disputing with your own family members, making sure you get an extra rest to minimize the irritability or mental tension. Disagreement may crop up between you and your partner, between you and your spouse, and may affect your married life. Overall harmony and peace at home could also be challenged during this particular time. Transit of Mercury in first house. Transit of Mercury in first house for Taurus from 27th of May 2018 till 10th of June 2018. During this particular period, Mercury will move through your first house from the moon. This may bring in some negative results in your life. This mostly bring in a situation where you may have to serve someone unwillingly. You are also susceptible to face oppression of some kind. Take care to avoid facing a hole over the coals and lashes out unsympathetic words from others. Keeping a low profile and doing your task best should be the focus during this particular time. You may also have to watch out for the unnecessary expenditure, as this may cause a big hole in your wallet. Be cautious with your spending and pay attention to the safety of your finances. You are also likely to befriend some bad personalities who may cause harm. Watch your words while dealing with nearest and dearest one. Your insensitivity may create some unnecessary animosity within your circle. Avoid any kind of lawsuits, bad company, living argument, living conflict. You have to be extra careful not to do anything that may make you lose your self-worth. You would also need your good fortune to save it. Take advantage of your education and experience to avoid any glitch in your life. Be flexible during this particular time, as you may have to make some last-minute changes in your plan, project or ideas during this pressure from different quarters or due to some anticipated fear. Obstruction may crop up related to your foreign residence if applicable. You may also find obstacles in performing any auspicious work at home. Take care of your family and yourself, as you may become susceptible to deception, cheating, particularly during this particular phase. Avoid travel if possible, as you may not get the desired pleasure or expected result out of this traveling. Be careful. Transit of Venus in third house for Taurus. The timing is from 8th of June 2018 till 4th of July 2018. During this particular time, Venus will move through your third house from the moon, from your moon sign. This particular donate happiness and contentment for you. You may expect an upward move in your financial condition, giving you financial security. This could also be professionally good period for you. You may also expect a rise in your position. You may also expect a gain in authority. Your ventures are likely to earn profits as well. Socially, this should be a good time for you, as you are likely to overcome all your fears and worries. This particular phase, your colleagues, acquaintances would be more cooperative, helpful toward you. You are likely to widen your circle of friends and win over your enemies during this particular time. Your rapport with your immediate family members would be cordial, and your sibling is also likely to enjoy good time with you. Moreover, you may also indulge in good clothes, great food during this time. Your interest toward religion would rise, and auspicious happening may even cheer you up as well. Health is likely to be in good shape if eligible. You may also consider a relationship, new relationship. If you're unmarried, then getting married. Oh, somebody propose you, or you have to propose somebody, as it seemed to be a good time to find a perfect match. Some of you may also expect a new member in your circle. This period may not be as good sometime. Some of you are susceptible to face loss in finances or loss in trade. Enemies may also create a problem for you during this particular time. Backstabbing is carrying on. Stay away from all kind of arguments or misunderstanding. Try not to bruise anybody's big ego, please, in the wrong way. Transit of Mercury in second house for Taurus. The timing is from 10th of June 2018 till 25th of June 2018. Taurus, during this particular period, transit of Mercury in second house. Mercury will move through your second house. This signifies financial gain, growth of income, especially to those who deals in precious stones, precious gems, jewelry, or who are IT consultant or bankers, working in a hedge fund manager or salespeople. The finest hours, you can make a lot of money. IT consultant, any person in banking field, you can make more money if you're Taurus. This period is also likely to bring in happiness to you in the form of success in learning and attainment of knowledge. You might achieve some sort of a qualification. This period will also bring in the company of well-learned good people and give you an opportunity to savor exotic, some sort of a delights. Or, however, may I say that some of you, this particular period may also bring a suffering as well, bad name in society, and your enemies could be also be harmful than usual, more sharper than usual. This phase also indicate a probably loss of one of your relative or nearest or dearest. Some sort of that news is also there. Transit of Sun in second house. Taurus, transit of Sun in second house for you. The date is 15th of June 2018 till 16th of July 2018. The Sun's transit through the second house could prove to be monetarily challenging for you. This period mostly pretend absence of expected result, or profit in trade, or decline in wealth. Taurus, if you deal in property, if you're dealing in cosmetics, if you're dealing in, if you're a contractor, if you're dealing in property development, if you're dealing as a building merchant, or if you have a gas station, or if you're a trader, you have to be, this particular period may bring you some setbacks. Be careful. This is a time where you are more susceptible to fear than usual. You may feel at the risk of being cheated or experience anxiety for no apparent reason at all. As a result, you may find it difficult to handle an ordinary affair of your life as smoothly as you would otherwise you do. This particular time you have to be extra careful. You may find yourself not so happy and getting irritated very easily, even at your nearest and dearest. You may feel less compassion and less flexible than usual. If you're susceptible to headaches or problem with your eyes, this is a time where the symptom may surface something else. So be careful. Transit of Mercury. Transit of Mercury in third house for Taurus. Transit of Mercury in third house for Taurus from 25th of June till 2nd of September. Transit of Mercury in third house for Taurus. This particular time, may I say that this monetary indicates a rough phase with your superior. You may have to be extra careful while dealing with your superior and employer. Avoid any kind of argument that may lead to difference of opinion or misunderstanding or starting a huge unnecessary living conflict. Stay away from your known enemies. Be careful of unknown ones. However, this period may also give you few new and worthy friends whom you would treasure for life. Handle your finances carefully, as money need extra attention during this particular period. Be cautious to avoid any loss of wealth. This particular time period, Mercury may make you suffer from depression, trouble in recollection of facts, mental stress, unexpected hassles in your undertaking. This particular period you have to be extra careful. Transit of Venus in fourth house. Transit of Venus in fourth house for Taurus. The date is from 4th of July 2018 till 1st of August 2018. Transit of Venus in fourth house. During this particular period, Venus will move through your fourth house. This mostly donate financial growth for you. You could also expect a rise in your prosperity. If you deal in agriculture, this could prove to be a good timing, bringing you profit in your agriculture venture. At times, you're likely to spend quality time with your spouse and children discussing matter of importance. Moreover, you would also enjoy good food, gorgeous attire and perfume. The social aspect of your life would be more happening. A lot of things are happening. And may I say that your popularity would be rising. You're most likely to acquire a lot of new friends, new circle. The company of your old and new friends would give you much happiness. You may even consider staying away from your home, having fun. This particular period is also likely to see you enjoying the company of companions. Health-wise, health have to be remain fine. You would also feel more energetic than usual. Acquisition of material comfort could also become a priority for you. This particular period, you have to be extra careful how you conduct. Transit of Sun in 3rd house. Transit of Sun in 3rd house from 16th of July 2018 till 17th August 2018. This transit in 3rd house, may I say that this particular phase is positive boost in your professional level or personal life, both. You're likely to progress in your career with an increased recognition from your employer or authorities. This is a rise chances for promotion or better employment. You feel energetic, enthusiastic, and will experience heightened ability to overcome obstacles, resolving problems, and overcoming possible obstruction from adversaries. Your work is most likely to be successful and bear a dignified reward for you. This particular period will also bring results in financial gain, absence of money related to worries. You will do well socially, feel successful, respected, appreciated. Friends, family, and acquaintances will love you. You will have a chance to spend time with them. You mind it at peace and you will feel happy and comfortable with your life. If you have a children, you will enjoy parenthood. Your heightened mental and physical fitness will come along with sound health and absence of disease. This particular period you have to be extra careful. Transit of Venus in 5th house. Transit of Venus in 5th house from 1st August 2018 till 1st September 2018. During this particular period, Venus will move through your 5th house. This particular time signifies a time mostly spent being entertained. This period also donate a good time financially, as you would be able to increase your funds. If you're taking any examination under any government department or any promotional examination, if you're a professional student, due to this particular time, you're most likely to be highly successful. Any exam you'll be passing, yes, successfully. If you're employed, you're likely to get promoted during this particular time. Moreover, you may also expect a rise in position in society. Your friends, elders, teachers also stood by you, expected to be good to you during this particular time. Relationships are expected to smoothly and may expect intense and sensuous time with your beloved. You may also enjoy bliss of physical company of someone very special companion. You may also expect to meet someone new. Yes, health-wise should be fine during this particular period. This period also sees you enjoying delicious food, gain of wealth, objectives of your desire. Yes. Transit of Sun in 4th house. Transit of Sun in 4th house. And the dates are from 17th August 2018 till 17th September 2018. This particular period when the Sun travel through the 4th house can create a decline in your present social status and difficulty in maintaining your position at workplace. It would be better to avoid any arguments with your seniors, mentors or well-wishers during this particular time. This particular period could prove to be distressful, prone to be experiencing grief and time of misery. This particular phase, your mind may have a hard time staying focused on constructive thoughts and instead be drawn to find an escape in something of an addictive nature, compensating for its a restless state of mind. So you have to be careful. Married life during this particular phase may become tense. There could also be a considerable decline in conjugal ecstasy or happiness. Don't let the disturbances in your mind project itself in creating any kind of arguments, conflict with family members, or peace at home may suffer. Overall, you may experience a dip in your happiness in the domestic or social realm. You have to be careful. On the health front, your mental disturbances may reflect in some health complaint or health issues. Plans for journey may face obstacles. When you do travel, you may have a problem being comfortable, such as lack of food, those kind of things. So you have to be careful. Transit of Venus in 6th house. Transit of Venus in 6th house. The date is from 1st September 2018 till 1st January 2019. During this particular time, Venus moves through your 6th house. This may bring some trying time for you. This particular period sees you going through a lot of troubles in your undertaking. There is a chance that your enemies will be increased. You may even get involved in a fight with your business partner, your colleagues, your seniors. You may have to compromise with your enemies against your will as well. Avoid any kind of arguments with your partner, with your family, with your children, particularly this particular phase. You have to be extra careful. It is advised that you avoid traveling long distance as you are susceptible to face an accident during this particular phase. Health-wise would require an extra attention as you are likely to suffer from ill health, mental unrest, anxiety, fear, and untimely rise in sort of those kind of things. Hold on to yourself in respect to the society, your honor at workplace, as these could be at risk during this particular time. Otherwise, you may have to face humiliation, totally useless discussion with people, or threat of litigation. You have to be careful. Transit of Mercury in 4th house. Transit of Mercury in 4th house from 2nd September 2018 till 18th September. This particular time period, Mercury will move through your 4th house. This signifies progress in every aspect of your life. On the personal front, you're likely to be content with your life. You would succeed and gain in all your undertaking. Your status in the society will be heightened. You would be honored. Financially, this is a good particular phase. At this particular period, indicate attainment of wealth in the form of money and property. You may also gain from the spouse or other member of the opposite sex. This particular phase at home, this particular period indicate the arrival of a new member of the family. You're likely to make your mother to be proud. Your more presence in the family may bring in success to the other member of the family. You may also make new friends who are highly educated and gentle with you. This particular period is like that. Transit of Sun in 5th house. The dates are from 17th September 2018 till 17th October 2018. This particular phase, transit of Sun in 5th house. On the work front, you have to take extra care not to get into bad books of your seniors. Avoid arguments with your employer or senior staff at your workplace. You may have to deal with some obstacles which could be related to competitors, authorities, or people you have unfriendly relationship with. If you express your mental anxiety, you're likely to lose goodwill amongst the friends and your family members. Health would require attention as you may feel sick, lethargic. Mental anguish, fear, and restlessness may cast their spell on you, and make sure you might be prone to be offended by other people. You have to be careful. You may also become unstable in your temperament. Some sort of a lousy temperament, you can explode anytime. The situation is like that. Issue related to the family become a matter of concern for you. Avoid discussing anything at this particular time. It's not the time to make a decision, as you're likely to cause disagreement between you and your family members. So be careful. Transit of Mercury in 5th house for Taurus. The dates are from 18 September 2018 till 6th October 2018. During this particular period, Taurus, Mercury is in 5th house. This mostly indicated troubled personal life. During this particular period, you must try to avoid getting involved in any kind of arguments with your partner, with your spouse, with your family members. This is not a conducive period for you to be headstrong, opinionated while dealing with friends as well. Be extra careful while handling with your loved one. Health could be a matter of concern at this particular point of time. This particular time, take care of your food as you're likely to suffer from a heat stroke or body heat during this particular time. Do not undertake any activity which would put you a risk to your life. Mentally, you may feel agitated and all drained out. This particular period may also give you bodily pain leading to much discomfort. There may also occur troublesome and difficult circumstances in the work front. If you're a student, you need to be more determined, focused in your studies to avoid any kind of distractions. This is a very, very fine time. You have to be careful. Transit of Mercury in 6th house. Transit of Mercury in 6th house. The date is from 6th October 2018 till 26th October 2018. During this particular period, Taurus, the transit of Mercury in 6th house, Mercury moves your 6th house. This indicates a mixed bag of positive, negative happening. This particular period indicates success, stability and progress in your personal life. Taurus, this particular time, your plans and project will be successfully accomplished and you would also gain from the same. Taurus, you're likely to do better in your work front. Taurus, you may expect progress in all your undertaking. This particular period also indicates your popularity in the society. Your status in the society is also likely to be heightened. Health-wise, you will be fine. You would also have a mental peace and contentment. However, for some, this particular movement for Mercury may bring in worries and troubles from enemies. You may have to be extra careful with your finances. Avoid any kind of arguments with your employer. It is better you stay away from activities involving risk to your health. However, body heat may trouble you during this particular period, so look after your health. Transit of Jupiter in 7th house for Taurus. The dates start from 11th October 2018 till 29th March 2019. During this particular period, Jupiter moves through your 7th house. This particular period for Taurus brings good time in your life. You may expect to enjoy bodily and material comfort, savor exotic cuisines, acquiring a property, pass your leisure time, being entertained, and even expect to be honored by higher authority. A good time could also be expected in your social circle. You may expect to meet and befriend men of distinction or women of distinction. You could also prove to be beneficial for you. You are going to meet with people who have a lot of knowledge, ability and skill. That kind of support you will always gain from this particular time. Personally, you would also be noticed for your smart speech, intellectual capacity. Your ability, your knowledge, ability, skill will be recognized by professional people or professional organizations. This time make you stay outdoor, performing auspicious deeds. Health would remain be fine. Your profound character and bodily grandeur will be noticed at this particular time. Taurus, you're likely to experience fulfillment of desires and comfortable home. Singles, if you're a single, may consider trying to the knot, and couples may consider an addition in the family. If married, you're likely to enjoy heightened conjugal bliss with your partner during this particular time. Transit of Sun in 6th house for Taurus. For Taurus, transit of Sun in 6th house, this particular period start from 17th October 2018 till 16th November 2018. This particular period brings success in every aspect of your life. You'll find yourself overcoming all the obstacles easily. It's a good time for successful problem solving. If anyone gets in your way, you'll be able to deal with it easily with minimum aggravation. It's a good time to complete any unfinished project, and you are likely to succeed in whatever you put your efforts in financially. Financially, you will also do very well. You'll find it easy to gain in general. Your mental and physical health will be excellent. This particular time, your body will stay healthy and your mind will be more free too much to stress and anxiety. It's a time to enjoy comfort and social relation, especially friendship with people in powerful position. There are good chance for promotion, honor, especially from authorities or government related people. This particular period, you can do a lot. Transit of Mercury in 7th house for Taurus. The timing is from 26th of October till 1st of January 2019. Transit of Mercury in 7th house. Transit of Mercury in 7th house for Taurus. Dates again from 26th October 2018 till 1st of January 2019. During this particular period, Mercury moves through your 7th house. This particular period may bring in some trying time for you, mentally, physically. This particular period indicates health issue. You may have to experience pain, bodily weakness during this particular phase. Mentally, you might become restless and anguished. A rise in mental perplexity and misunderstanding with your family is also indicated during this particular phase. You may have to be extra careful and avoid arguments and communication gaps while dealing with your spouse and children. Take care to avoid any situation where you may have to face humiliation. You could also feel more hassle as you're likely to face hurdle in your endeavors. Travel plan, if any, may not yield the expected result. The travel can be troublesome, so be careful. Transit of Mars in 10th house, the house of profession. For Taurus, transit of Mars in 10th house, the house of profession. The dates are from 6th November 2018 till December 2018. Taurus, this particular period, Mars will move through your 10th house. This particular period signifies a ruffled path to success. You're likely to face a lot of trouble, ranging from misbehavior of your superior, failure in efforts, sorrow, disappointment, exhaustion, and so on. However, you're also likely to meet with success in your field of work at the end. Some of you would be able to perform better than they ever work in their life. You may also have to undertake some hoping about around places, as your work is likely to demand the same. This particular period is likely to bestow a rise in your prestige, position, authority at work. You may also likely to get scripted in the good books of your superior and enlarge your circle of friends. Your glory is also likely to bring some new friends with your life. Health-wise, however, would require your attention. Keep note of what you're eating, keeping up your mental health as well properly. Some of you may also feel relieved of your worries, would win over your enemies. However, never underestimate your enemies and stay away from those people who are backstabbers. Please, this time you have to be extra careful. Transit of Sun in 7th house. Transit of Sun in 7th house for Taurus. The dates are from 16th November 2018 till 16th December 2018. Sun's position in 7th house give you tendency for travel, but such travel will tend to be tiring and troubled. You need to be extra careful not to be challenging your seniors, superior or colleagues at workplace, as they are likely to oppose you, resulting in enmity and humiliation. Even the relationship with your partner and neighbors may be a bit strained at this time. Your level of enthusiasm may be at low, resulting in an inability to overcome obstacles that come in your way of achieving your dreams, objective goals during this particular time. This particular period, may I say that this period may take you through some setbacks in your professional activities, with a general lack of progress and success. Your health would require care and attention, as you are more susceptible to health problems, particularly discomfort in the stomach, blood-related problems, fever, fatigue. Be extra cautious with your diet to avoid indigestion, food poisoning, food allergies. The health of your partner and children may also under pressure. This particular period, you have to be extra careful. Transit of Sun in 8th house for Taurus. The dates are from 16 December 2018 till 14 January 2019. Transit of Sun for Taurus in 8th house. The Sun's journey through the 8th house could incur losses, bodily suffering in general. Be extra careful to avoid unnecessary expenses. Avoid making important decisions about finances. Support from community, family members, even partners may seem absent to you. There could be a change in work you do, possibility forcing you to let you go out of your current position, or there could be a lot of travel which may turn out stressful. This particular phase, may I say that consciously avoid getting involved in any kind of quarrels with your enemies or anyone as it is likely to be totally fruitless. Take care of your health, as you may develop physically health issues like stomach disorders, blood pressure problem, piles causing you discomfort. You may even develop needless fear, especially fear of death or loss of honor. You have to be careful. Meaningless anxiety and a restless mind during this particular time. It is wise to avoid activity that involve any kind of risk with your life and that of your family. That also apply to the family life. A relative's issue may come up unexpectedly, causing you some concerns. So be careful. Transit of Mars in 11th house for Taurus. Transit of Mars in 11th house for Taurus. The dates start from 23rd December 2018 till 5th of February 2019. During this particular period, Mars moves through your 11th house. This particular phase for Taurus brings in a happiness, very happy time for you and your family. This particular period bestow you with landed property, profit in your field of business or trade. Some of you are likely to gain from sibling during this particular phase. There could also be proved to be good time for those who are employed. Some of you may expect a rise in your income or position at the same time. Moreover, all your undertaking are likely to be succeeded, bringing you more gain, financial gain. This could be regarded as a time when you would see improvement is not only in your professional life but also personal day-to-day life. You may also expect an upward move in your social status, prestige, respect during this particular time. Your personality would grow. Your personality will glow, reflecting your accomplishment. Some of you may also expect a birth of a new member of the family or addition of a new member of the family or rise in circle of friends with you. This particular time bringing you more happiness, more domestic peace. Your children and sibling would bring more happiness. Health sector should be fine, keeping you hale and hearty, free from disease. You're also likely to feel more fearless than ever. Saturn's effect for Taurus for 2018. Saturn's effect for Taurus for 2018. The whole 2018 Saturn's effect for Taurus. From 26th October 2017 till 24th of January 2020, Saturn will be back in the 8th house for Taurus, back in Sagittarius, causing Saturn's dhaya for Taurus. This whole phase is Saturn's dhaya. The paya of Saturn is iron. This will be iron, due to which Saturn paya is iron and the dhaya of Saturn is there for Taurus. Taurus, you will face fatigue in your flow of income. You'll come across major obstacles, delays, complications, issues. Health-wise, you must take care of your skin, joints, bones, digestive system. At times, tension level and expenditure can be sky high. Your ability will be recognized and appreciated by professional people, by powerful people, by professional organization. So keep on trying your best. Taurus, there might be a change in your job and profession. You have to be extra careful if you're going through any court cases. Please. At times you will feel nothing is going according to your will. Nothing is going according to your desire, expectation. Taurus, please be aware of an accident, fine, penalty and punishment. You must take care of your personal relationship, your friend circle. Please make sure you are not involved in any kind of arguments, living conflicts. Make sure you refrain from any legal conflict. At times your professional achievement will be there, but you might not be able to enjoy all the comfort of your gain. Whatever you do, please refrain from any kind of scandal, self-destructive path, alcohol, intoxication, foul company, non-vegetarian food, seafood, and scandalous affairs, scandalous relationship, illicit affairs. Please, at times you will not have a lot to urge to have an affair and drive player. You have to be careful. Your expenditure will be higher due to family situation, your business situation. There might be an emotional distance developed between you and your partner, between you and your family members. You must look after your flow of income. You have to be very careful about your flow of income. The task you must do, Taurus, this particular phase. Do wear an emerald cut golden yellow sapphire in a gold square pendant or silver square pendant, but I will request you do this task. Do wear emerald cut golden yellow sapphire in a silver square pendant around your neck. You must keep a black dog. You must bury 8 kg black salt in the ground on Saturday early morning between 4:30 and 6:30 a.m. You must keep a silver square piece with you all the time in your pocket. Precaution wise, refrain from any communication gap between you and your partner. Precaution wise, refrain from consuming any form of alcohol. Precaution wise, refrain from consuming any form of intoxication any kind of alcohol, any kind of intoxicating, any kind of smoking, any kind of non-vegetarian food, seafood, and illicit relationship. So be careful. Make sure you must refrain from any kind of conflict with your elders. The chanting you must do, Taurus, during this particular time: Om Sharim Harim Strim Hum Fat. 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 After having a shower, try to wear clean clothes and sit on the asana or stand on the asana. And requirement is jug of water, time day or night, and devote 48 minutes, 72 minutes, 96 minutes, 144 minutes. Asana have to be blanket, direction have to be northeast. This is important, so please do this one. Jupiter's effect for Taurus in 2018. Taurus, Jupiter's effect for you in 2018. For Taurus, Jupiter's impact, may I say that the transit of Jupiter in Libra. So may I say that from since 12th of September 2017 till 11th October 2018. So Jupiter will be transiting in Libra in 6th house. In 6th house for Taurus. Taurus, you will face lots of complication, issues and challenges. You got to look after your health and well-being. You must look after your reputation and be wary of any kind of arguments or conflict with anybody. This particular phase you have to watch your expenditure and debt. This transit enhances your ability to handle any complicated situation. No doubt about it. People will be impressed with your ability, knowledge and skill. No doubt about it. If you are unemployed, the chances are there to get a proper job. The more integrity and honesty you will bring to your services, the more payback you will receive. There is no doubt about it. There may be an inclination to put on some weight if you don't watch your sweet tooth. You can carry on eating sweets. And this is the time you have to be careful. Try not to put on too much weight by eating too much sweets. The task you must do, Taurus, to balance your Jupiter position in 6th house, in transit of 6th house, please do keep a black dog as a pet or donate dog food to dog home. Task number 2, time to time donate chana dal, besan, haldi powder, quantity 600 gram or 6 kilogram to langar to temple, 9 Thursday, 12, 24 Thursday. Please do wear a golden yellow sapphire set in gold in right hand's index finger. Please do keep a sunflower or marigold flower in your own house, please, at your residence. Do take blessing of your parents and guru. This particular phase, precaution, refrain from accepting prasad or eating food in langar. Refrain from any kind of conflicting situation. Refrain from consuming any form of non-veg food, alcohol, seafood and smoking. Chanting you must do Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This particular chanting is must for Taurus to balance your Jupiter. Rahu Ketu's effect or Rahu Ketu's transit for Taurus for 2018. May I say that Rahu Ketu's effect will be there for the whole year. Taurus, the Rahu Ketu's impact to effect for Taurus for this whole year. This particular phase is very important phase. You have to be extra careful. This particular phase, beware of any conflicts with your brother and sisters. Try not to build up your ego on honor too much high. Try not to build your ego too much high. That will spoil the relationship with your family members, with your friends. If you're looking for an ego massage, it will only in the long run, you will be left alone. Sometimes communication with family members are not good due to your own ego. Beware of cheating and deception linked with your family members. So you have to be extra careful. Taurus, you must be very careful about your marriage relationship. Because Rahu Ketu's position is Rahu in the 3rd house, Ketu in the 9th house. That is a Rahu Ketu's transit for Taurus. Rahu will go into the 3rd house in Cancer and Ketu going in the 9th house in Capricorn. So you have to be extra careful, Taurus. You must be very careful about your marriage relationship, business partnership. There will be deficit of trust or understanding, a deficit of understanding, but may I say there will be a lot of clashes linked with ego, but you will have to be very brave and confident in your approach. You will come across lots of opportunities. Please be prepared for the foreign travel. Be aware of ego massage. This particular period will give you material comfort, makes you spiritually and religiously very active. There might be a rise in spiritual and religious activities. New friends and social circle might emerge you. You will enjoy new development. Your confidence and importance will be rising. This particular period, you have to be extra careful. Taurus, you will achieve success in your desired project. Some difficult responsibility might be assigned, which will be successfully completed through effective communication. Business will run smoothly, but keep away from capital-intensive new project. Taurus, there will be remarkable improvement in your financial position despite some losses on account of impulsive approach and behind the scene activities. You must look after your back, neck, joint pain, any issue linked with lower abdomen. Your father's health could suffer. To students, Taurus, if you're a student, have to be very determined, disciplined, driven, dedicated to achieve the result they are looking for. That's the only way you can achieve your desired result. You have to be very much focused and driven. Refrain from any kind of distraction. Taurus, solution for Rahu Ketu's transit: do organize Kanya Pujan in the temple again and again. Do refrain from any kind of clutter in the house. Never ever keep out of order electronic goods, out of order wristwatches or alarm clocks, out of order mechanical goods, empty bottles, unused books or magazine, cable, wires, foods, rak, bhabhuti, statues, tavis. You must keep black female dog. You must wear a fine gold studs in your ears. It's very important. So this is quite important to balance your Rahu Ketu. Taurus, the complication you might have to face in 2018. The complications you might have to face, Taurus, in 2018. Taurus, the complication number 1. Health-wise, you must look after your back, joints, energy level, lower abdomen, eyesight issue, any frozen shoulder, any issue with the lower abdomen, blood and urine. Complication number 2 for Taurus, you must look after your relationship with family members, friends and colleagues. Complication number 3, you must look after your marriage relationship, companionship, communication in the marriage relationship, friction in the marriage relationship, bitterness in the relationship, repulsion factor developed in the marriage relationship. The complication number 4 for Taurus, your luck will play many games with you. Many obstacles, delays, complication issues. Your luck can play a very huge role. Complication number 5, your job profession will go through many transformation, complication. Higher authorities will create major obstacles, tricky situation, complication. 6th complication, if you want to change the place, then please be very careful. 7th, Taurus, if you are traveling and going abroad, then please do take proper insurance and take care of your well-being. 8th, you must be very careful about your sign any legal document, legal commitment, legal document. 9, please refrain from being rebel. This is very important. Taurus, the general overview for the year 2018. The general overview for the 2018 for the Taurus. The general overview, the 2018 can turn about in interesting ways. Taurus, you will create your year 2018 through your own effort. This year 2018 will force you through certain transformations which will be unpleasant but will definitely have a purpose in the long run, especially early on in this year 2018. You will feel that nothing works out unless you do it yourself. You will need to overcome many obstacles in the year 2018. Your sense of self could comprise a great deal of vulnerability in this year. You may fall into self-destructive downward spiral. This particular year, luck does not come easily, but Taurus, you continually endeavor to transform yourself to the point at which you will not need luck. You count more on your own effort than on support of nature. At times you will enjoy success and fame, have good luck on your side. Some incident may be the source of great irritation to you, but be very careful with credit cards. Sometimes your schemes could backfire and put you in danger. So pay attention if there is potentially fatal risk in your venture. It is advisable that you will avoid any business dealing with your friends. Avoid getting into legal hassles, as lawsuits may cost you money. You have to be careful. So there may be, you should try to be in service to other by finding solution for previously unsolved problem and putting the pieces together. Taurus, if you develop any subtle inner wisdom and work hard, you can become secure in your own karma, in your own way, in your own life. Sometimes anger is required to move things along. Be careful to keep feeling of anger and frustration from hurting others. Be conscious of moral value, because unethical action in your career could be your fall. So you have to be extra careful. Taurus, learning and education in the year 2018. Learning and education in 2018. Taurus, learning and education in the coming year 2018. Taurus, you'll have a good education. You are able to make technical advances through your educational studies. You may acquire a higher education. You should pursue legal, scientific, or historical research. But if you may be doing medical research, accountancy, finance, IT, legal study, or other specialized study, then this year can be your finest year. Taurus, you will be interested in education, although you may experience breaks in your education. Higher education may be obstructed, or you may not even have any interest in it. In the education, your education may be interrupted if you're going through distraction, lack of focus, or over-occupied with other things. You will possess a good knowledge of law. This particular time is important. So, if your education involves those specialized subjects, then your performance will be immense, dignified, unique. But you have to work really hard. Avoid any kind of distractions. Best of luck. Taurus, what makes you special in the year 2018? Taurus, what the most make you special in this coming year 2018? Unusual talent for Taurus or crafty skill might be in your repertoire, helping you in your undertaking. Taurus, you have an approach to situation that usually render you victorious. When people turn against you, you have the ability to deal with the situation in a practical way, an effective way, without getting too disturbed emotionally. When you face opponents, you are able to isolate them and win over them because their alliances fall apart. You may gain profound understanding of many of the alignments and irritation that plague people in general. Taurus, you also have the ability to convert your efforts into success. You're skilled wordsmith. You have a command over the language. You have some very tricky and complicated communication skill. You have the ability to accomplish much work and give thoughtful consideration to minute details. You have the capacity to drive deeply into some matter to get a thorough insight. You have the unusual insight and can foresee matters such as your own time of complications or trauma. Opportunities keep coming, which you can make pay off. You are good at research and investigating activities. You have a flair for foreign language. Warm, helpful touch give you the ability to help people in distress or those who are facing specific problem are in need to help. You are there for them. It may be also challenging you to keep the sense of dignity in place under all the circumstances. A basic imbalance in your ability to manifest intimate relationship with which can produce situation where a mutual loving experience is very difficult. A tendency to pay attention to details and problem may keep you from enjoying the holistic value of life and reduce the level of happiness you experience. Financial responsibility or obligation can weigh heavily upon you. You have a learning curve with money. You are talented. You have a natural talent for neutralizing enmity and obstacle in your life. You will be able to deal with problem in a very effective way, especially due to energetic and almost aggressive drive to succeed. You may possess a talent for investigative abilities and deep analysis. You can be industrious. You are interested in fitness. You may expert at regimen that improve physical, mental or spiritual well-being for yourself, for others. You are forceful when it comes to opponent, but not as strong when it comes to your own health. You may be adept in some kind of outdoor sports. It is likely that you are fond of outdoor sports. So you have to be careful about everything, how you manage and deal with it. Taurus, your health in 2018. Taurus, you are quite resistant to health issues in general. This particular year, your vitality may be at low periodically, contributing to health issues. Your physical strength will fluctuate. You will sometimes feel physically weak, although you have a steady health. Taurus, you may experience some draining of your vital force. You may have some inexplicable pains in your body. From time to time, you have to deal with physical pain, joint pain or pain in the body. Sleep can be here and there disturbed. You can be over anxious and may be physical ailing. Health may be frail. It may be influenced by sometimes over emotional disturbances. Your digestion is very, very good, but you may not stand hunger very well. Your digestive power may be somewhat sluggish or slow. You may be careful of ingesting unhealthy food or toxic food, so refrain from that. You may suffer from health issue, possibly overeating of some sort. Your eyesight may suffer. Your teeth may be strained or discolored. Take care of your hands, shoulder, arms, especially the skin. The skin on your hand, shoulders and arms might suffer from skin problems. There may have been disturbing factor in your male or female health problems, so look after those. Your reproductive system may suffer some disorder, and medical intervention or even surgery could be possible. So look after your joints, hip, back, shoulders, any form of joint pain, any form of muscular pain, be careful. If there any issue with lower abdomen, extra careful. You must pay attention to health problem relating to reproductive system, especially lower abdomen, male or female health, your knee problem, your thigh or issue with your mouth. You should be beware of reckless driving leading to an accident. Be careful. You should also be careful while traveling, as you may be on accident prone. Always carry insurance. Do not drink and drive. Please, please, please. No, no, no. Do not indulge in activity like mountain climbing or rash driving or car racing or skydiving. Please, no. This is not the year for that. Please, extra careful. Taurus, your romance and love life in the year 2018. Your romance. You are fascinated by the opposite sex. Do whatever you can to observe them unnoticed. There may be a tendency to indulge in a secret relationship. This year, typically you'll get involved with somebody because you feel like talking to them. Before you know, you end up spending more time together. If both of you would take the attitude of a selfless service towards each other, other things might develop more positively. Matrimonial happiness may be reduced by your partner's health issues or over jealous sexual interest or lack of communication with you, or there's no communication between you and your partner. So the spouse you will eventually attract might add an additional layer of complexity to your life. So be careful, and there might be a great deal of confusion in your communication between you and your partner. Taurus, marriage seems like unknown terrain. You have to be very careful if you're already married and have a family life. Marriage have to be very proper regarding the communication. There may be some painful experience in this year with regard to your love or sexuality. So be careful. You can provoke unnecessary arguments with your spouse and partner, such as you cause them to withdraw from you. You may make them feel confined with no way out. The issue of health may be emphasized in your marriage. Understanding is needed in matter of marriage and spouse. Otherwise, you'll end up being sworn enemies to each other. So if you're already married and you're Taurus, you have to be very, very careful. You will benefit financially through relationship. Your marriage can be quite affluent. If you are unmarried and getting married, your spouse can feel left out of your planning for the goals if you're already married. So be careful, involve them in planning. You will get a good looking spouse if you're unmarried. If you're getting married, the spouse will be finely good looking. Your spouse will be very attractive and youthful in appearance. So this year, if you're unmarried, the chances are very good. But if you are even tempered, this particular time, you may attract a short-tempered partner. If you are unmarried, your spouse may not stay in good health. This particular time, you have to be very careful about your partner's health, your health. If you are married couple already and Taurus, then you have to be very, very careful about your focus on each other, communication between you and your partner. There should not be bitterness between you and your relationship. There shouldn't be any communication gap between you and your partner. There should not be any repulsion factor developed with each other. You have to be extra careful. So look after your relationship and invest passion, not jealousy, not hate. Invest friendship, please. Taurus, your social life in the year 2018. There may also be this particular year for Taurus, the social life. There may also be incident where your friends change into opponents. This year, that will happen more and more and more. Social life for the Taurus, a person may act as your friend while working against behind you, backstabbing you. You may help your friends with technical solution to the problem. Your friends may go through turmoil that affect you. Sometimes you are cynical and critical when talking with friends. Sometimes you can get carried away with those kind of dialogues, and sometimes people can keep those kind of words in their heart and become your sworn enemy. You may have opponents, competitors or individuals or people who prey on your work. Sometimes people will notice you more than you can imagine. Your enemies and opponents may suffer from injuries or health problem. Litigation might come out successfully as you often are able to overcome competitors and opponents. So this particular year, you easily stir up opposition and enmity toward yourself, which you don't need it. Taurus, but you must overcome with this kind of situation. Due to your enemies' obstacles, by using problem-solving method, you may develop a scheme where you can get gain from your main opponents and competitors. But be careful. Taurus, once you defeat opposition, it sometimes renew itself, come at your door, a new form. Your opponents or competitor may be able to grasp the opportunity before you can, or steal away from you an idea for financial enhancement. You are respected by others in specialized field, or your identity is unmistakable for anyone else. So be careful this particular time. Socially, you like reaching out to people, intermixing with them. But this particular time, you're highly social, enjoying entertaining your neighbors, friends, relatives. You might be quite concerned with solving other people's problem. There will often be support when you end up in vulnerable situation. At times, other people take time to adopt your lifestyle. You may have to face separation from people who are dear to you. There may be arguments with relatives or co-workers, but they start to dispute among themselves or abandon their negative action toward you. So be careful. You can get involved in large or small disputes, but be careful how you deal with social circle. You're not here to making people enemies. No, you're here to enjoy the company, and you have to be very careful about your language or attitude. Sometimes you can say it casually. Other people will not take it casually. So be careful. Taurus, your business, profession, career in 2018. This year, the 2018, your business, profession, career. Taurus, once you get down to work in 2018, you can work very, very hard. You have a sophistication in business and legal matters. You're ready to do the most tedious and troublesome work for your progress and prosperity. Your work will influence others somehow. You want to undertake large projects that require lots of energy. Taurus, you may be somewhat of a philosopher or a thinker or entrepreneur. You're likely to work and live in a foreign environment. You may have a knack in business and trading. Taurus, you are more likely to gain as an employee of a large company than through independent business this year in 2018. At least part of your career will involve service for an employer. So this particular time, you may work for enterprising or creative people or professional qualified people or large business organization, but your employer may be in a distant country or different place from you where you are. Taurus, you will get along with your co-worker. You tend to be controlled over those who work under you or with you. Subordinates may be dissatisfied with you due to you pushing them excessively without any limit. You may have employee or command number of subordinate. The thing to guard against is getting into conflict with your own employees, co-worker and associates. One can count on you for getting assistance and reliable service. You mull over trivial things and this may lead to delay in getting your important work done. May I say that you are bound to gain some success, even fame. You'll attain a very respectable position in your profession. You will be well known in your field. Your reputation is there. You will be known. There are many gaps and breaks in your career this year or 2018. Your goal and career activities undergo important changes. Your work may go through frequent breaks or discontinuity, but something can happen. You may have a hard time fulfilling your highest aspiration because you meet with your annoying obstacles and hindrances. But you have to deal with those kind of things. If you attain a high position, it might be hard to sustain it. Due to your behavior, attitude, your word of speech, you may be rejected by academia and you have to work from the outside, the mainstream. That might be possible. But this year 2018, you may go through some significant transformation which will be accompanied with some lot of work but some pain. You may follow methods that do not work. Your reputation could be damaged at some point in the year 2018. You can lack adequate recognition for your work. But no matter how deep and interesting it is, it might be hard for you to gain open respect and reputation in the year 2018 because many of your actions toward career may be either secretive or undercover in one way or other. Organization to which you belong may face litigation and other problems which delay your progress. This may be a problem. You have to be extra careful. Taurus, your property, your investment in the year 2018. Taurus, your property investment in 2018, you are very practical and careful in money matters and tend to save for rainy days. You may be quite secretive and earn through unusual and secretive ways. You will attain ownership for real estate and other property, helping you to lead a comfortable life. Investment in the field of real estate are not likely to be profitable. Financially, you may gain substantially and then lose it again due to heavy expenditure. You spend for training regimes, medical treatments, may have to spend on litigation. You are easy with money as far as lending to your friends. Theft is a danger. You can overspend on overheads in business. You have a hard time making both ends meet because of a lot of expenses, because of a habit of taking money from one person to pay another person. Perhaps lotteries might not be the lucky for you. So be careful. Taurus, your nature, your characteristics and your temperament. Taurus, your characteristics, your nature, your temperament. Taurus will be calm, firm by nature, will be devoted to their work and patience and determination. Taurus will be physically strong, mentally tolerant and forbearing. Taurus will generally not enraged, but in this case, if they does so, The anger is supposed to be very violent and dangerous as an earthquake. They can shake the room, they can shake the whole building. That is the anger Taurus can possess. Taurus will be materialistically inclined to accumulate luxurious things and will acquire the comfort of life. Too much comfort for life. Too much comfort. Luxuries, lifestyle, they're made of, Taurus is made of that. Taurus will be authoritative. They may give the biggest of sacrifices for the dear ones, but may never forgive those who and they never forgive and forget. That's a problem. And they hate them, those rivals, quite a lot. Taurus is supposed to be very social. Taurus is supposed to be getting pleasure in being hospitable to their family members, to friends and relatives, but they're very choosy. Taurus will fond of beauty, music, art and good clothes, presentation, lifestyle, beauty. Taurus will prefer happy and luxurious lifestyle, will always make effort to acquire it. Taurus will be stubborn by nature and will have the ability to successfully execute their plans. Taurus will give a lots of thoughts to trivial things, and this may lead to delay in their work. Taurus will be practical in money matters, will be they have a high desire for earning a lot of wealth. They always focus on their goals, not on the medium. Taurus will make friends after giving considerable thought, will always be devoted to them. Taurus will be very reasonable as far their love life, their married life is concerned, and very responsible as far their married life is concerned and their love life is concerned, extremely responsible. Taurus will be show off in their social life, but very shy in expressing their love. Taurus is supposed to be somber, thoughtful, peaceful, loving, and large-hearted. Taurus will face disappointments and will suffer from anxiety because laziness, selfishness, sensuality, materialism, and other bad habits. According to ancient scriptures, Taurus, because of Venus being the lord of Taurus, people born under Taurus have an attractive appearance, large eyes, round face, broad facial structure, wide chest, mole on the back and mole on the face and side of the shoulder and high shoulder, and dense hair, broad waist, broad shoulder, big feet, big thighs, will have a beautiful walk, no doubt about it. That is Taurians. Taurus is the person supposed to be very polite, calm, very calm in nature, tolerant, liberal, pleasure-loving, sensuous, sacrificing, prudent, wealthy, hard-working, bold, intelligent, devoted to parents and teachers, impressive, prominent at meeting, determined in their work, occasionally upset, suffering from cold or back problem or cough problem, and extremely friendly, devoid of inherent wealth, and blessed with daughters, very fortunate, famous, forgiving, capable of digesting food easily, endowed with stable and good friends, happy in middle and old age, stay away from relatives, interested in painting and music and art and craft and gardening, gaining sudden wealth, fond of authority, interested in leading happy life, fearful of going to jail on false charges or have a legal conflict, favorite among females, favorite among males, blessed with an obedient partner, spouse relationship, having a very fine relationship. And may I say that is Taurus. Taurus are very kind-hearted, pragmatic, materialistic, practical, artistic, self-indulgent, careful, trustworthy, have a lot of patience but stubborn, very stubborn. Taurus are non-practical, trustworthy, artistic, generous, stable, loyal, humane, kind-hearted. Taurus are also known stubborn, possessive, prejudiced, chorus, earthy, lazy, self-indulgent, limited in outlook. There may be suffering from cold, eye problem, throat issues, abdominal problems, ear issues, in old age. If you are Taurus, you are supposed to be stable, firm in nature, very much patient, tolerant, endowed with physical, mental tolerance, forbearing, and having a dangerous or violent temper, collector of worldly comfort, capable of sacrificing everything for their beloved, and unforgiving toward the people they hate. They are fond of beauty, art, music, craft, good clothes, presentation, and happy and very luxurious life. They will strive to acquire it. They will be stubborn. Taurus are supposed to be stubborn and have the ability to accomplish their plans, and will give a lot of thoughts to their trivial work. They are supposed to be very practical about money matters, and will be desirous of earning, have a lot of desire for earning a lot of money. Taurus is supposed to taking care of their targets, not the mediums. They will make friends after a long consideration, and will be devoted to the friends as well. So this is, that personality is supposed to be very unique. They will bear responsibility in relation to love affairs and family life, and suffer disappointment and anxiety because of laziness, selfishness, sensuality, materialism, and other faults. We all have the faults. Taurus physical characteristics. The physical characteristics of Taurus, for the Taurus, your physical characteristics: Taurus will have mediocre height, good physique. Taurus will have broad and strong shoulder, thick neck, short arms and legs. Taurus will have a round face, big eyes, broad forehead, and fat lips. Taurus may have moles on their face, on their back, birthmark in the shape of garlic drop or varna. Taurus, this is your personality. Taurus lucky points for the year 2018. Taurus, the most important sentence for the year 2018 for you: I have. That is your most important statement or sentence. Taurus, your biggest asset or strength for the year 2018: your patience, your devotion. Your biggest weakness for Taurus for 2018: not surrendering, willfulness. Taurus, your ambition for 2018: fame, name, status. Lucky days for Taurus for 2018: Monday. Unlucky days for 2018: Sunday, Saturday. Lucky colors for Taurus for 2018: white, silver. Unlucky color for Taurus for 2018: red and navy. Lucky precious stone for 2018: Taurus, do wear blue sapphire and diamond in platinum in right hand's middle finger for rising success, establishment, job, profession, career, status, prestige, peace of mind, recognition, appreciation, name, fame, establishment, creativity. Rise in luck, prosperity, defense from any crisis, neutralizing any conflict, crisis and trauma. Taurus, millionaires facing direction for buying any property for the year 2018: north. Taurus, unlucky direction for buying any property for the year 2018: south. Avoid south facing property if you're buying a property. Taurus, astrological task and remedies for 2018. The task for upaya for 2018, task or upaya for Taurus. Task number 1: please do donate whole meal atta, whole moong dal, 10 kg each to temple for 8 Sundays. Task number 2: please do take blessing from your parents. Task number 3: please drink your water, your milk, your juice in a silver glass. Task number 4: please do feed children in the temple, rice pudding, kheer, donate them money. Task number 5: do flow sugar, chana dal, 6 kg each in fast flowing river for 10 Sundays. Task number 6: do donate money to any young girl's wedding. Task number 7: you must keep a dog as a pet. Look after your dog as a family member, or do donate dog feed to dog home, please, regularly. Task number 8: please do donate 2 kg haldi, 2 kg chana dal, 2 kg gram flour to langar for 12 Thursday. Task number 9: please do donate perfume to 8 married ladies. Task number 10. Please do take 8 blue flowers, write your own name with blue ink and bury in the ground on every Friday evening in the whole year. Task number 11. Please do visit temple barefoot every day. Task number 12. Please be very neat and clean, well groomed, presentable and do wear fragrances. Task number 13. Please do bury 8 kg black salt in the ground for 8 Saturday. Task number 14. Please do wear a silver square piece around your neck. 15 task. Please use mixture of milk and yogurt as a shower gel in your routine. Do wear a fine gold studs. Do organize Ganpati Pujan with Ganpati Shastranam in the temple. Do organize Durga Pujan with Durga Shastranam in the temple. So these are your tasks. Taurus, your precaution for 2018. Your precaution. Please refrain from daytime sex or any sexual activities in the daytime, or any kind of intimate activities or relationship activity or any kind of sexual activity in the daytime. Precaution number 2. Please refrain from any relationship scandal or scandalous relationship. Precaution number 3. Please do respect your elders, family members and your marriage partner. Precaution number 4. Please don't rely on any false hopes. Precaution number 5. Do not lend anybody any money. Precaution number 6. Please never ever keep out of order any form of electronic goods, mechanical goods. Never ever keep out of order wristwatches or alarm clocks, old mobile phones, charger, wires, cables, wires, colored glasses, chipped crockery, broken mirror, unused books, magazines, old clothes, etc. Never ever take anything free of cost from anybody. Never ever humiliate anybody. Never ever untidy or dirty looking. Please refrain from intoxication, alcohol, smoking alcohol, any form of non-vegetarian food, seafood. Never ever keep any form of elephant-like statues in your possession. So these are the precautions. Taurus chanting for 2018. Chanting number 1. Medicinal cure and effects. Ang harim sharim kalim bhor bhave swahe. Ang harim sharim kalim tat savitur varneyam. Ang harim sharim kalim bhargo devasya dhimai. Ang harim sharim kalim dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Ang harim sharim kalim. Again, the chanting for medicinal cure and effects. Medicinal cure is one of the finest chanting for the Taurus for this year. The medicinal effect, medicinal cure. Ang harim sharim kalim bhaur bhave swahe. Ang harim sharim kalim tat savitur varneyam. Ang harim sharim kalim bhargo devasya dhimai. Ang harim sharim kalim dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Ang harim sharim kalim. More you do it, more you achieve it. Requirement is jug of water. Asan is mixed color blanket. Time is night time after 10 p.m. Direction facing west facing. Time of the chanting duration of 68 minutes, 96 minutes, 144 minutes. But more you do this chanting, more you achieve it. I'm going to repeat third time. The same chanting for Taurus, for medicinal cure, for the finest chanting. Ang harim sharim kalim bhur bhave swahe. Ang harim sharim kalim tat savitur varneyam. Ang harim sharim kalim bhargo devasya dhimahi. Ang harim sharim kalim dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Ang harim sharim kalim. 5 times. Ang harim sharim kalim. Bhinpat prayog. The finest chanting for Taurus. Chanting number 2 for achieving rise and boost for Taurus in 2018. Om kalim maharajat valbo chist ganpate sarvragya dhan manya kalim dhan dehi swaha. Om kalim maharajat valbo chist ganpate sarvragya dhan manya kalim dhan dehi swaha. Om kalim maharajat valbo chist ganpate sarvragya dhan manya kalim dhan dehi swaha. Om kalim maharajat valbo chist ganpate sarvragya dhan manya kalim dhan dehi swaha. Requirement jug of water, asan, mixed color blanket. Timing between 4 a.m. till 6:45 a.m. Direction facing northeast. Time for chanting 48 minutes, 96 minutes, 144 minutes, 180 minutes. More you do this chanting, more you resolve your financial problems, root out financial problem, root out your professional problem from the grassroots level. Om, I'm going to repeat again. Om Kalim Maha Rajat Valbochist Ganpate Sarvragya Dhan Manya Kalim Dhan Dehi Swaha. More you do it, more you achieve it. Wish you all the best for 2018. Best of luck, best of health, best of wealth, best of name, fame and establishment, and best of common sense. Wish you all the best. Thank you.